Really? Welcome back to another build by More to Me for Life, and riding in my co-captain's chair is my co-captain, Tigress.
Hello.
And we are back doing another build. Yes, oh my god, another build at Little Lamplight inside the Vault 88. So, here we are building an overlook over the gatehouse, and you will notice to start with there are a lot of splices in my video. And the reason for that is because for some reason, I could remember that I could toggle collision while I was building, as in to add supports or go around and look at something to see how it looks, but for some reason,
She couldn't remember that to save her life.
I couldn't remember when I fell. I felt the need to run all the way around the build in order to get back up. So, I have spliced all that back out. I might have left in a couple of times I've fallen off, but I tried to cut out me running all the way back up. I promise I will attempt to remember not to do that again. But I have gotten, let's see, this is build number 3. I've gotten 11 so far, but by build number 6 we're already into decoration. So I think we're making good time. I think so. And we're going to try and stick on topic just a little bit more than usual.
It's not going to work.
Probably not going to work. But in this particular instance, you will actually be able to see the 5,000 things my mind tries to go through as I build things. I will put stuff down, I will take stuff back up, I will fiddle with it, I will stare at it, I will scratch my head and try and build it again.
Over and over and over again.
And then I'll eyeball it some more because for some reason it just doesn't look right. And I will tear it down.
And then she glitches things where she wants it.
Yes. Right now I am currently building, during the live stream that I did before we accidentally erased everything after the live stream, someone recommended that the build should actually extend out to the water tower and build a house around it that incorporated the roof. So what I'm trying right now is to rebuild that area and attempt to try and make it look, I don't know, not like it stood out so much. My biggest issue whenever I back up here in just a few minutes to look at it is it just looked too massive to be hanging on the side of the wall. It did not look right. And
that's the reason she has to fix the stairs later.
yeah, see, when we back up and look at it, it just looks like really wank. I'm going to go back in and try and make it thinner so it seems like maybe the wall can actually hold the weight. And I play with those stairs 5,000 times. And they don't want to clip right. There we go. Sorta. Evie.
Yes.
Oh, Tigress. I keep calling you Evie on the stream or on the recordings. I'll call her Tigress and then I'll go revert back to her name. It's Tigress. How is your build going?
I'm almost done with it.
In case you missed any of our past streams, she has been advertising for her own modded build. So I'm going to stay on her rear end until she satisfies that promise.
You haven't been doing a good job of it.
Well, I'm going to continue to try and stay on her ass. I'm going to try and remember. And I do remember that I have promised the Psycho Mistress builds. That build is currently halfway done. I say halfway done as in the Psycho Mistress build is actually complete, but in order for me to finish the video, I actually have to do a secondary build that will take me a couple more days. And then I'm going to have to come up with a monologue to go along with it, so it is still in the works, and this is in the works, so we've got more videos coming to you, and I do apologize about the lateness of this video. This was supposed to have come out on Sunday, but
I felt like complete another crap.
yes, there were some physical maladies in our house, and then things get dramatic because people feel like crap, and things just don't get done, so. Alright, now you can see me eyeballing. It's like, okay, that staircase is not going to work. What am I going to use? And for some reason, I think that magically, this staircase is just going to clip in, even though it has never clipped into regular stuff because it's not the right height. And for some reason, I just thought I could force it to, and it just doesn't look right. So I go back to the other stairs. And I promise you, by the end of this build, by this end of this video, you will see what it becomes, and I actually very, very much like the way it turned out. So I'm glad I had to redo it. Irritated, but glad it had to be redone. It worked out a lot better this way, I think.
You also shrink a few things in here, don't you?
Yeah, I shrink a few things. I add support in where there wasn't support before. So for those of you who are going to go back and watch the live stream, even though it's horrible video quality, to be quite honest about it, even if you decide to go back, you're still going to see something different on these particular videos because I do change a lot of it. Let's see, after this we will be doing, I'm thinking it's the next video, we actually do McCrary's condo up top. I think that's the next video. So McCready, what did I say? I said something.
You didn't say the name right.
I think I said McCrary. I don't know what I'm thinking. Anyway, McCready's. No, I was not drinking. Shh. God. I was not drinking. I have work today.
Gage is so better.
Gage is all right. Speaking of an update he's hitting on me, I'm just saying, Gage is so hitting on Psycho Mistress. Just saying.
Of course he is.
Of course he is. Who wouldn't? Alright, now that we've got the framework in, we're going to go back and actually start adding in some walls, adding in a little bit of the detail. As I said before, I'm trying to use a little bit more prefabs to add a bit more texture to this build. And then, of course, I'm going to eyeball that, and oh my goodness, I changed so much stuff. It's ridiculous. And then I have to stare at it for a while and then shift it like 2 inches. I did try to cut some of it out. Like, there was one part in here I fought with one particular rooftop. I don't forget which one, but no, it was the staircase. I actually deleted out part of the stairs that were leading over here because that took forever to get just right, and I did not want to show a video of me inching it sideways. I figured I could bore you.
Hours at a time.
Yes. Well, it didn't take an hour. It took me like 15 minutes to get happy with where it was sitting. And I'm still not completely happy with it, but I had to move on. This is kind of a framework anyway. I'm going to go through and fix all the buildings a little bit better after everything's up. As you can see, even with the entire area that we have built right now, I have not used any glitches on the size. The only thing I did was run through the entire vault and delete everything out of it. I did not use the scrap all command because there were some bits of it that I wanted to use, so I actually had
Like the railroad carts.
The railroad carts and part of the railroad. I really wanted to be able to use those in the build. So I couldn't just hit a scrap all button and make it a little bit easier on myself, which might have turned out okay. But we can't build those carts, and I really wanted to use them. Dun, dun, dun. So here we are. And I do resize those little panels. Those panels do clip there, but they're a little bit too big. So I use the Place Everywhere mod, and it allows you to resize. But if you're doing this without mods, you can still use it and it still looks good. And if necessary, you could probably glitch some things up there to hide the fact that it overhangs, and it probably wouldn't even be able to see it.
I loved working with mods. I know I'm going to regret going back to the PlayStation later, but I love working with the mods.
Alright. And I have been hearing a lot of slack about people talking about, oh, see, I just clipped out me coming all the way back upstairs. I fell. I have heard a lot of people saying this now that the PlayStation can't get mods, that people are thinking about doing an Xbox opener thing because they want mods, and I completely understand the want of having mods. But at the same time, I know that there are a lot of viewers who don't have mods, and I'm trying to make sure that even though I'm using mods, I'm still trying to do builds that are still possible on the PlayStation without mods. It's just going to take a bit of patience in order to get them to turn out the same. And they may not look exactly the same, but they'll get pretty close.
I know my build is just way, way over the top modded.
Yeah, she used a lot of different housing things from the Homemaker mod. So
It was fun. I wanted to enjoy the mods while I could still use them. Place Everywhere was like a god.
yes, that does help out so much. If you are a modder and you do not have the Place Everywhere mod, I highly encourage and endorse this mod. It is somewhat of a pain to have to redo all the necessary steps in order to get it to work every time there's an update, but it is definitely worth it. It has gotten to where
I tell you to resize these bits.
It'll show it in just a minute. I did not clip that part out. It's in there. Yeah, see, some of these fences are just a little bit too tall, but if you resize them, it also resizes the width, so it's kind of like a toss-up. You got to get them just right. I'm trying to think of any other mods that I think would be completely essential. The Homemaker mod and the SOE pack, the Settlement Objects Expanded pack, are definitely really good mods. I've also got the Northland mod. I've got a complete complete mod list at the end of this video, so I'm not sure whether or not you can see it. I put it up on my last one, but no one left a comment that they couldn't see it. But if you want to look at my mod list, it is at the end of this video. If you're having a hard time seeing it, just let me know, and I'll see if I can find another format for it. Like maybe I don't know, maybe half in it and then blow it up a little bit bigger. We can try it that way.
We can use paint for that.
And we can use the paint the paint thing. And right here, let's see, I did try and use a whole lot more fencing in this particular build because I wanted the textures to change up a lot more than my usual stuff. I figure this particular build was started by children.
That fence post just glitches in there.
I know, and I can't find the fence post. It's gone. And then my fence just wants to keep clipping to it. It was such a pain. Alright, and there's the bottom level. It's very open, but at the same time, it's like a section where I could probably put some storage, you know, maybe some chairs for a nice outlook area. Haven't quite decided what's going to go in everything. I just know that I wanted certain buildings on particular walls. And then up here, I actually put a full building in. That way it's actually supported by both these and the water tower. And Evie wants to do sound effects. Hold on one moment for a mic check from Evie's sound effects. Okay, is it out of your system now? It's never out of her system, guys. She will walk around the house and just randomly pop out some weird sounds. Sometimes you might even think that you stepped on something.
Well, when I do the...
Yeah. Sounds like I squished a mouse.
Either that
Excuse
or it
me.
sounds like a kitten.
Yeah, kitten took away its toy.
That sounds adorable.
Alright, and we have got about 2 more minutes and this build will be wrapped up. Is there anything else we need to say? Say what you need to say.
We
And
do
I'm
not own
so
copyright.
We do not own copyright. I honestly hate that song, to be completely frank.
So why did you start singing it?
Because it just gets stuck in your head.
It's just there.
It's just there, like garbage. You know that useless stuff like algebra they taught you in school?
There's something to be that in school.
He was like, but Mom, you told me it was important.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. I would never lie to you like that. Okay, kids at home, yes, algebra is important, but only if you want to. You know, I'm just going to say it's important. Stay in school, kids. Try your hardest, go to college.
We've been looking at colleges today.
Yes, we were even looking at colleges today, and then I had the sudden urge to drink a lot. Not that I did. I have not been drinking. I promise. I have to work tomorrow, so I can't. But I did have the overwhelming urge. Nothing tells you how old you are until you start looking through college brochures with your daughter. Okay, back to the build. Back to the build.
Right here, she's finishing up the roof.
And then we're going to put the final touches on the roof, and then I'm going to have to find my way out of here. I think I get lost one time, actually. Come on, place that in, and it's done. I'm going to stare at everything for just a second, make sure I didn't miss anything. Then go all the way down and realize I don't like something, because that's what happens. I don't like that. I just don't like it. So instead of just taking out that and replacing, I'm going to take that out and put that in, and oh, good lord. It's just the overhang was bothering me. I don't know why I like that piece for some reason. But that is about the end of it. We're going to take a step back and let you look at it, and I hope you like this. Be ready for our next build here in just a couple of days. Y'all have a great night, a wonderful evening, whatever it is to you, wherever you are.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.